Hi, my name is Emily Chen, and the title of my classic poem is called Imperatives for Carrying On in the Aftermath by Natasha Trethewey.
Ready.
Do not hang your head or clench your fists when even your friend, after hearing the story, says, "My mother would never put up with that." Fight the urge to rattle off statistics that more often a woman who chooses to leave is then murdered. The 100th time your father says, "But she hated violence. Why would she marry a guy like that?" Don't waste your breath explaining again how abusers wait, are patient, that they don't beat you on the first date, sometimes not even the first few years of a marriage. Keep an impassive face whenever you hear "stand by your man," and let go your rage when you recall those words were advice given your mother. Try to forget the first trial before she was dead, when the charge was only attempted murder. Don't belabor the thinking or the sentence that allowed her ex-husband's release a year later, or the juror who said it's a domestic issue. They should work it out themselves. Just breathe. When after you read your poems about grief, a woman asks, "Do you think your mother was weak for men?" Learn to ignore subtext. Imagine a thought cloud above your head, dark and heavy with the words you cannot say. Let silence rain down. Remember, you were told by your famous professor that you should write about something else. Unburden yourself of the death of your mother and just pour your heart out in the poems. Ask yourself what's in your heart, that reliquary, blood locket, and seed bed, and contend with what it means. The folk saying you learned from a Korean poet in Seoul that one does not bury the mother's body in the ground, but in the chest. Or like you carry her corpse on your back. And the title of my response poem is called Burning Kitchen. My aunt has a thing for cooking. When my mom asks whose steamed dumplings are better, I pick my aunt. I always pick my aunt's side. My aunt needed someone on her side when I was 11 and my mom and I entered the kitchen. I wish it wasn't us 3 women against a man I thought was family. I wish I knew then that 1 in 4 women have experienced domestic violence. My aunt was one of them. I wish I was able to grasp the word abuse the way she grabbed the broomstick. Abuse was my aunt's letting the dark and heavy clouds of the words she could not say hover over her head. She let silence rain down. She'd shower me with gifts like lotion for my skin, which she called beautiful. Abuse was never questioning why her knuckles were purple, swollen, or why she always smelled like Chinese ointment, or why her eyes were puffy pink. I wonder how many cotton swabs of Chinese ointment scattered across that kitchen. How many silent screams in that kitchen? How many broomstick beatings in that kitchen? I want to bring it up at the dining table, but I'm told to pretend that abuse doesn't exist. My My blood is boiling, stomach churning because nearly 20 people per minute are physically abused by an intimate partner. I wish I had set fire to that kitchen and rid my aunt of ever feeling the cold stone floors against her knees. I wish the flames like firewood swallowed that broomstick and this memory with it. I wish that kitchen burned. The burning image of that kitchen still haunts me. Its edges scorched and torn. But my aunt is in love with a new man. She has a new kitchen. Hainan chicken. I'm at the counter chopping garlic. My mom grating ginger. My aunt waiting for fruit to ripen. No men. That is kitchen.